How's it going today, guys and gals, and welcome to this week's AA meeting. My name is Gene, and before I jump into things, let me just say thank you from the bottom of my heart for everyone who supported my last Attack on Titan video. Wow, you guys gave me so much support and love, and it was amazing to read all the comments, to see all the likes, to see all the views. Just simply, wow, I was starstruck. To those who are new subs, thank you, and I guarantee I'll continue to make wonderful content for y'all. And those who are OGs to the channel, you know what I'm about. So anyway, let's talk about one of my favorite, kind of underrated, but not really series, Baki the Grappler. June 4th was the release of the newest season on Netflix, and my original plan was to do a recap on every episode. To my surprise, the whole season dropped, so instead of recapping everything, I just wanted to give you guys a top 10 fight in this season of Baki. Don't worry, y'all, I promise this channel isn't going to become a Watch Mojo-like channel. I'll continue to do my channel analysis and my dubs. For now, let's just sit back and enjoy some well-done fights that Netflix and TMS Studios brought us. Really quickly, these are just my top 10 opinion-based, so obviously, if you don't agree, that's cool. And I'd love it if you guys can comment your top 10 in the comments below. These top 10, I'm basing them solely off animation, the meaning behind the fight, and finally just personal preference. After I'm done discussing the fight, I'll show off about 30 to 40 seconds, quick clip of the fight. I don't really want to show more than that because 1, I'm not a reaction channel, and 2, I don't want to steal views off the streaming platform. If you guys haven't seen it and don't have Netflix, I'd highly recommend just investing in the Netflix free month subscription, or you can just do what I did and just steal it off my friend. But anyway, number 10, Junior versus Kokayo. So there are two types of fights in Baki. There are the long drawn out fights, and then there are total beatdowns. Junior is one of those characters who is so fast and strong, he's able to finish off fights really quickly. Jokio, however, was one of those very people who shocked Junior with his speed. But in the end, Junior is so devilishly good to even be challenged by a Sea King. Number 9, Baki versus that one guy's son. Baki's fight scenes are truly amazing. He's an excellent fighter and quick to end fights against a more amateur opponent to him. This fight is no different when he fights Kaku's son. I don't want to say his name because I have to continue the amount of disrespect Baki and Kaku showed him. This fight was really fast and short, and we the audience got to see a cool father-son moment between Baki and Yujiro, which just made this even more impressive. Number 8, Junior versus Han. So this fight is just as quick as Baki's fight, but what I like more about this fight is Han had already witnessed his brother lose to Baki, so there was more meaning behind his match. Another thing, when Han wanted to continue, Junior knew right away that he was done for. Here, watch and tell me what you guys think. Number 7, Yaku versus Retsu. This is a political debate of a fight if I have ever seen one. Every attack literally began with a handshake, and even though they were sneak attacks, Retsu was able to counter most of them. This was one of the first longer fights in the series, but a lot of people were upset with the manipulation by Yaku, but I just thought it added to his character. Retsu, however, is a beast and was able to handle it even when Yaku dislocated his arm. Retsu was still able to maintain. Yujiro rips off face. I know guys, you guys are probably screaming at me in the comments saying that this deserves to be way higher because of the intensity, but hear me out. So this fight was amazing, but this was a Yujiro fight. I know this fight meant a lot more for Ryu in China, but to Yujiro, this was just a normal fight. And shoot, he didn't even break a nail. He even gave Ryu a chance to keep his face, but no, Ryu just had to move. Plus, Ryu even pulled a sneak attack. This doesn't really need to go higher than it needed to. Number 5, Baki versus Junior. So again, Baki is a monster fighter, and if you haven't seen the series, Ali looks like a great fighter as well. However, due to some circumstances that we'll talk about in a little bit, Ali wasn't ready at all for this fight. Not to say if Ali was in top 4 it would have been a more fair fight between the two, because I'm pretty sure Baki would have still wiped the floor with him. The real reason this is so high, in my general opinion, is 1, because the series' main focus was this fight, and 2, because Ali was being a fuckboy and trying to steal Baki's girl, even though I'm pretty sure Kozu would always choose Baki, but Baki just had to put him in his place real quick. Number 4, Ali gets his ass whooped. Ali has this weird desire to be better than Baki, or probably just any fighter he thinks is better than him, but he gets this brilliant idea to fight most everyone Baki has beaten, and oh boy, he felt the brunt of everyone. However, he did put up a good fight the first time he fought these two in particular, but they didn't really take their matches seriously the first time and got their revenge swiftly after. The reason why I put this one higher than a lot of other ones is because of the animation. The animation was simply great in all the fight. The reason why this is so high compared to other ones is simply because the animation is just really good in my general opinion. And honestly, fun fact about me, I'm a sucker for comedy, and there were plenty of comedy aspects in this beatdown. しかもこの男はそれほどのポテンシャルを持ちながら徹底的で必要でいい汗かいたわい。かなんじゃねえだろ。たくグラムができるまで人を待たせておいてよ。まあいずれにしろこれで少しは形。さあ坊や、これで武器はすべてなくなっちまった。Number 3. Olivia versus Ron. Now we're getting into the best fights in the series. This was one of the first fights in the America/Japan versus China fight. Olivia, as we know, is a great character who's always flexing, and he took his flexing to another level in this fight. Unlike the rest of the fights in this series, this was a real Zenshu to Olivia versus Ron. Number 2. Baki versus Ri. This is the only fight in the series where Baki struggles with, and if you know Baki at this time was poisoned in the previous season. Baki still tries to stand a chance while being poisoned, but obviously there's little much you can do when you're dying. The poisoned fighter, and apparently Kosu's tears, cured him, which allowed Baki to recover slightly enough, but Ri stood no chance at, I'd even say, a 32% Baki. Number 1, obviously, is Kovu versus Retsu. This fight was obviously one-sided, and no, I'm just kidding, it was Yujiro vs Kaku. This fight was the main driving factor to this season, and if it wasn't a part of the third season, people would have questioned the point of the third Baki season. So what made this fight so good? Well, simple. Other than two older men fighting, both were representing their fighting styles and even country. Yujiro is a savage when it comes to other fighters, always demolishing everyone. And even here he beats down Kaku. But Kaku, having 146 years of experience under his belt, doesn't go easy, and in fact lands a couple hits on Yujiro. Yujiro was so impressed by Kaku's fighting style that he used it for a second, but was really just mocking him. Overall, this fight had everything. A purpose, the animations were stellar. Anyway, that does it for me today. I hope you enjoyed the content, and remember, I'm not turning into Watch Mojo or another top 10 channel. Please tell me your top 10 in the comments below. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like button. And if you don't want to miss another upload, please consider subscribing. It helps me out a ton. This has been Gene with Ascension Anime, and I'll see y'all next time. Ciao.